Hey everyone, Leo with Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our Cutey jointed Cupid. You guys have been asking for more of our jointed figures, and we thought this would be an appropriate time to do so, to release another one. And I just love the fact that so many of you have gotten your kids involved, your grandkids, nephews, nieces, whoever it is, involved in the creation of these. I think it's a great introduction into paper crafts for young people. So kudos to you for getting them involved, and I think they're going to love this one too. So anyway, let's just jump right in here. We're going to begin by putting together just some of the extremities here. We've got some feet. There's 2 layers. Now you'll notice that I only inked 1 layer. Well, it's because we don't need to waste ink and time inking something that you're not even going to see. Okay, but we do need to put these together. And I just want to pop one right on top of the other, get it lined up as accurately as you can, and just make sure that the little holes line up so that when we put our brads in, they go in seamlessly for us. Okay, let's move on to the next one and get that going. It's very straightforward, as many of you have already realized and done so with not only our Christmas ones, but the Halloween ones that we released back in October. Might have actually been September. I love that you guys love these because they're very cute, great little decoration. I can see these being added to like the face of a wreath, for example. Okay, next we're going to put together these little bean pieces. Now, I actually inked both of these on accident. I gave you the tip to not do that, and I made the mistake myself, so don't make the mistake that I'm making. You'll notice that on these pieces there is a little score mark on one side right above the little cutout for where the brad goes, and that is, we're just going to use that to help us identify the top and bottom. Okay, these little bean shapes are Cupid's little chubby little thighs. Okay, so moving on to the next one here. Just going to rock and roll through this again. Even if you're doing this with a child and you don't think that they're ready for a glue bottle like the one I'm using here, they should be though, because they've been using the Elmer's glue for quite some time. So I think they'll be okay with that, but there's nothing wrong with using a glue stick either. That'll be fine, especially for a project like this. Okay, moving on to the next one here, just kind of gluing the layers together. We didn't want to make it just one layer thick because it might kind of get a little, the odds of it getting torn or destroyed are obviously greater when it's thinner. So we just opted to make it 2 layers thick. You could, if you wanted to, you could even take it a step further and go another layer to really make it nice and heavy duty, but I don't think it's necessary. After all, it's, once you get it wherever you're putting it, as far as your decor goes, it's not likely that it's going to be moving all that much. And I think another reason why you guys love these is because they're very easy to put away for next year. Okay, so just lining that one up here. I'm just going to keep all these together. Now, as far as the arms go, it's going to be a little bit different here. Try to incorporate the layering with the different colors. Okay, so I've got a gold foil piece here that I'm going to glue this red piece to, and we do need to apply glue to the entirety of this section. Try to go easy on the glue, especially up here where portions of the gold foil will still be visible. In case you don't get it right in the right spot the first time, you have to move it around a little bit. I want to try to keep it away from the perimeter so that we don't accidentally spread that glue all over the place, and just use your table to help you with the precise placements of this piece here. Be very gentle, of course. Whoa, thought that was blue. but I don't think it was. So that worked out nicely. Not a single blemish. Can't ask for more. Okay, next we're going to take this piece here, this little hand and the arm. A little bit of it is cut off because the hand is behind. It's a little Valentine here. So let's get that lined up and glued down. There we go. And press that down into place. Perfect. There we go. Okay, that looks great. We'll leave that set. Next, we have the arm with the little arrow. And we're going to glue these two sections together first, and then we'll put our skin tone in place. Okay, just like that. And pop that right on top of the other one. These two pieces are identical, so you want to just match them up as accurately as you can. And press that down. And then grab the skin tone portion of the arm and get that glued down. Now we do have two little gold pieces that we're going to add to this in just a second. Let's get the arm in place first, and you can see how much the inking really helps this piece here. Okay, and it looks like I might not have gotten enough glue inside the arrow, so it's tip time. Let's find a scrap piece of paper, just like this, and we'll just throw a little bit of glue right on the very corner. And then we can take this and just poke it right in between these two layers, and actually the tip of it was okay, just this little section was not. Give that a little extra glue, and then that part of my arrow I did not get enough glue on. There we go. And you can just kind of just paint it on there. Just like that. Press that down, and there we go. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. Now I realized here that we actually have this little piece here, and that is for the center of the O on our little Valentine. So I'm going to put just a little dot of glue in the center, very thin. Okay, and this thing is, it's not a perfect circle, it's more of an ellipse. It's a little bit taller than it is wide. You want to take the taller part, should be up and down, just like that. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side, and we can start working on the body of our little Cupid. Okay, this is going to be our main layer here, and then we're going to put this layer down next, like so. And again, a lot of this is for coloring, but a lot of it is also to make it nice and thick. Okay, so there may be some redundant parts that are on top of each other that you're eventually just going to hide with the next layer, but it's again to keep it nice and thick. And it's so cold here and dry that, you know, starting to see how it affects the glue. It's really starting to dry very quickly, so we got to move quick here. Okay, so I'm using the little hole at the top where we're going to eventually hang this as my initial guide for placement. And then of course, just looking around clockwise or counterclockwise, just making sure that I'm getting everything nice and lined up. And hopefully got that all in place before it started to set. I can already tell that little area there needs a little extra love. So just slide that right under there. And the cool thing is, because we don't have any glue on the back side of this, you can actually just run it right up against the surface there, and it won't blemish the other side. Okay, there we go. Now before we put the face on and the facial features, we do have this element here for the wing. Okay, and throw that on there. Just throw a little bit of glue on there. It should fit just like a little puzzle piece. As you can see, you can pretty much sort out where it's going to go, like so. And press that down. And then we'll do the other side right here. And yeah, this is a very simple little project, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I know that just because you guys have been loving them so much, we're planning on doing some more jointed figures even for Easter. And that is on the list. It hasn't been completely approved yet, but I think it's more than likely we'll see it. Okay. All right, so next we're going to take this dark piece, I don't know if that's black or charcoal, and that's going to get glued down right here like so. Okay, so let's get rocking and rolling with the glue here. Got to work quick. I should maybe put a humidifier in here. That probably would not be a bad idea, or at least close to my table. Okay. And get that in place. Try to line that up as accurately as you can. Okay, I think that'll work. Just like that. All right, next we've got this piece. Starting to get into the facial features here. So get your glue on this piece. I did ink this a little bit as well. I'll point out where in just a second. So many different layers to this that you don't need to ink every little inch of everything because it's not going to be visible. You can see I inked just the bottom half of it roughly. Okay, line that up with the hole as well as the rest of the shape. Make sure you get that nice and centered and aligned, which I don't, not yet. There we go. Much better. Press that down. And it's coming along. We've got some hair and some facial features to put in place. He's got a little toga that we need to put in place as well. That looks great. Okay, next we've got the black or charcoal part of the hair that needs to go in place. Let's go ahead and get that glued down. We got brand new glue and a brand new bottle, and it's already acting like it's like weeks old. Whoops. Okay, let's get that nice and lined up. Again, I'm using the little hole where you're either going to put some ribbon or some string in, or what I probably would do is just the old-fashioned nail in a wall. But I think I'm actually going to be putting this on a wreath, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, next we've got the colored part of the hair going down. Now I did emboss this with the tiny dot folder that you've seen in so many of our projects, just to give it a little bit of a texture. Also hit it with some ink as well. Okay, so just line this up with the perimeter as well as that little hole there. You've got some little bangs that you can use as kind of a reference as well. Okay, I'm going to be adding some blush to his cheeks in a little bit here as well. Okay, so that's that. Next, we've got these two layers that are going to go on top of each other, but I'm going to actually just glue this down first like that. You want to match that up with the little holes there. This is his cute little toga. Get that glued down first. And then as you can see on the second layer that goes on top of this one, I actually inked that and ran that through an embossing machine with some hearts. Actually the same embossing folder that I used for one of the cards in the bundle as well. Okay, so let's get this one in place next. Get your glue on there nicely. There we go. Okay. And we use the little holes here on the bottom as my guides, and then just kind of take a look at the rest of it. There's a hole up there as well. Beautiful. That fit nicely. Okay, so let's finish up the eyeballs, and then we can start with, well, we're pretty much almost done here, actually. All right, so we've got these two white pieces that are going to go right inside of the little cavities, the little circles in the face, and just pop that right in there. Should fit perfectly. You may see some of that dark color showing through a little bit, but that's okay because we still have one more layer that's actually going to go on top of that, that's going to hide that. But we want to have some of this beautiful white showing through like that. Okay, perfect. Next, we've got these pieces. Okay, and you see the little reflection portions of these. You want to make sure that those are on the left-hand side. Okay, so they're going to go like that. And this is a very thin little area, so I would suggest just using a series of little dots. And if you get too much glue on those dots, just dab them with your finger to thin it out, and that should fit on there nicely. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, grab the other one. We'll do the same thing. Very cute. This would make for a really cool little teacher gift too. You want to give your teacher something special to hang up in her room for Valentine's Day. Why not? She'll just think it's adorable, I'm sure. Actually, my girlfriend's mom is a teacher, and I gave her all of my Christmas Jolly Jointed figures because I actually gave her sister the ones from Halloween, and she got jealous. Okay, so next we're going to put these little layers in. Just a few little dots will do, and that's going to go right up here. Should fit like a little puzzle perfectly, just like that. Okay. And he is really cute. Really cute. Okay, just a few dots. This is a very thin, small little piece. Does not need a ton of glue at all. Okay, there we go. We have a little tongue that I have right here, and that's going to go right in here, like so. Just like that. Okay, so again, with this piece, you just need a few little dots of glue. You don't need a ton. Okay. Just like that. And pop that right in. Should fit like a little puzzle. There he is. Okay. All right, so finally, you can grab, oh, you know what? Actually, we have some little gold pieces for the arrow. Okay. And this one is going to go all the way up to the tip. Silly me. You can see I'm still kind of out of it. But we're getting there. Okay, just line that up with the little back part of the arrow, like so. And then we've got the little tip, and that is going to go right up against the thumb so that the rest of it kind of forms a full little heart shape there, just like that. Okay, so let's just lay this out so that we know what we're doing here. These larger bean-like shapes are going to be for the legs. Okay, and then we've got little arms there, and that's going to go like that. We're going to put the little Valentine on the left side, and the arrow is going to go like this. That's going to go behind, and then this is going to go behind, and that's going to go behind like that. Okay, so very simple. Let's go ahead and begin attaching this one here. Slide that through. Slide that through and pull those apart like that. Okay, and this is going to go every layer after the layer that we're currently working on is going to go behind the current layer. So it's pretty straightforward. Okay, here we go. That's nice. Next we're going here, and I'm going to jazz this up with probably some gold pearls on his little toga. And maybe give him a little cute little earring, we'll see. Okay, and that one's going to go here. There we go. Just like that. Oh yeah, what a cutie. He's got his Valentine, he's got his arrow. He's ready to go make some people fall in love, I think. That little stinker. Thinks he can just go around shooting people with arrows to make them fall in love, huh? Yeah, well, you know, maybe that's not a bad thing. Could use a little more of that in the world, right? All right, mister. Well, you are almost ready for action here. So you can see this is the fun part too. Even if you do most of the legwork and then just let your child enjoy putting it together as far as the Brad part goes, that's okay too. It's a fun little project. And I could totally see this on a nice little Valentine wreath, maybe in the center or wherever you want to put it. Okay. And that's it, last one here. Again, we got the little hole at the top where you can run some string through to hang Mr. Cupid from wherever it is you'd like to display him. He looks really cute. And as I mentioned here, got a little spot for an earring. Just throw some glue. I need a little more than that. A little more than that, there we go. Give him a nice little earring. That might be too big, I think. I'm gonna give him a tiny little earring. Much cuter. Yeah, that one would have been way too big. And you know, aside from that, like I said, I've got a handful of little gold pearls that I'll kind of put between the little hearts here. And as I mentioned, I actually just did a video where I showed various ways of applying bling to your paper projects. One of them involves using our little pick-me-up tool. Well, not our little pick-me-up tool, it's actually from Silhouette, who discontinued it. There's some other copycat versions of it out there. But, you know, showing you that you can use that. You can dip anything into glue and then use that to apply it. Now in this case here, I'm literally just putting the glue exactly where I want it, and the glue kind of just grabs. If you can handle holding these tiny little pearls with your fingers, I know that may be difficult for some, especially if you've got really bad arthritis. Tried the little pick-me-up tool. I'm still able to do this. I hope to for quite some time, where I'm just using my little fingers here to grab my pearls. And if you do have a pattern like this, like I do, just kind of add the pearls in between the little hearts, just to kind of fill it in. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoy this project. By default, he's a little bit smaller than some of the other jointed figures we've released, but by all means, you can absolutely make it larger if you like by just increasing it in your software. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please take a moment and visit us on our YouTube channel. While you're there, hit the little button or the bell so that you get notifications anytime we release a new product, whether it be paid or free, or even one of our quick tip videos. And if you make this or anything from our latest bundle, I would love to see it, and so would the rest of our community. So head over to your Facebook and do a search for Dreaming Tree group, where you can join myself, and I think it's, oh boy, what is it now? About 34,000, I think, other dreamers. A lot of inspiration there. I hope you join us. It's a wonderful community. Everyone is so positive. But anyway, happy Valentine's Day, and as always, I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos, and also please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section, where we have over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly videos. I look forward to crafting with you soon.